How are you, friends? A very warm welcome to you all in today's live session. Once again, we have the opportunity to spend a little time together. And we have the chance to discuss some topics today that, in one way or another, are deeply connected to our lives and are related to spirituality. What we want to achieve in our lives and the spiritual path in our lives are, in some way, connected to many aspects of our daily lives. In our day to day routines, as we go through the ups and downs, if we don't learn the right way to balance and manage them and we remain confused, then many times in our lives, a lot of our precious time just slips away like this. So, in today's life, we will be answering some such questions, and especially some questions that in recent days, many people have asked how, when their lives are filled with so many complications, they can make decisions, how to decide how to save their time in life, how to move in the right direction, how to prevent themselves, their energy, their vitality, their strength from being wasted. So, friends, this is today's topic, and we will be discussing it today. All of you who are connected to today's topic need to reflect on this a little. So, today's topic is toxic ties. There are many such in our lives, many such obsessions, many such poisonous ones, many such highly negative and influential bonds that knowingly or unknowingly hold us back. And we, many times, considering them our need, sometimes our responsibility, and sometimes our challenge, we remain entangled in all of them throughout our lives. And only much later do we realize that their necessity in our lives was not as great as we thought. What exactly are those unhealthy and toxic emotional attachments that, by unnecessarily complicating a vast multitude of different things in our daily lives, are constantly draining and wasting our precious time? Come, friends, let's discuss this topic, and we will try to address all your questions related to it. First of all, to everyone who is joining this live session right now, thank you very much, and a very warm welcome to all of you. Thank you for taking out your valuable time to join. It's the middle of the week, it's Tuesday, and you have taken out time today to be a part of this discussion. Friends, in my life, I have experienced this at times when I found that when you start running rapidly in one direction in your life, whether it's for your family, whether it's a job, your career, or you find yourself moving towards a goal in your life, thinking that you have to achieve it, and you're running fast only to realize that all this rushing around might be in vain. Because there are so many things to which we've given so much importance that today, in some way or another, they are affecting your life. They are causing you a lot of trouble. So, friends, today we will discuss this topic. And if you have had experiences where there are many such negative people, whether they are in your family, whether they are in your relationships, whether they are close to you or among your friends, who is that person who is not letting you move forward towards your future? Who is that person? What is that relationship? What is that connection, whether distant or close, that does not want to let you come out of your past? Maybe some incidents happened. Maybe some things were said. Maybe there were moments when you got entangled, and that entanglement, when did it happen? But even today, you are still carrying its burden, spending a large part of your life in those countless things, in those entanglements. So, friends, this topic is not about just one relationship, whether it's a family relationship, husband, wife, whether it's about other relationships, friends, or at work, colleagues in your job who are with you, who are not letting you move forward. Then which relationship is it? What is it that's trapping you, binding you, holding you back? Today's topic is very, very special for many people because many people live such stressful lives. Friends, let's take some questions. There's a question I see. Vanch has written something. We remain positive within ourselves, but sometimes certain things people say. We start to feel hurt and guilty because of what people say. So, how can we separate ourselves from all these toxic people and build our own unique personality? Vanch has written very beautifully that we want to walk in the right direction, but there are some people who, knowingly or unknowingly, they bring a lot of negativity, creating a suffocating atmosphere that always lingers in our lives. And we don't know how to get out of it or how to move forward from it. My friends, if any of you are currently experiencing such things, please do take a moment to share your thoughts with us. Share your feelings here so that we can look into it. Another sister writes, who is truly successful in life? Is it someone who is with their family, someone who does a small job, or someone else who they are not successful? What does success truly mean in life? Friends, today, two questions have also been asked of us. What does success mean in your life? And what will you have to give up in order to achieve it? Which subjects should you choose? Which suffocating environments will you have to break free from? These are very, very important questions. I want to say one thing to all of you who are on a spiritual path or in pursuit of religion or are searching for something. Your search cannot be complete until you, for your own self, every single thing that is pushing you in the wrong direction, unless you find a way to avoid it. And friends, today, in these times, it is extremely, extremely important that you recognize those people, recognize those relationships, all those associates, all those people who are a part of your life, but are binding you, holding you back, suppressing you in various ways. Success in your life is what can make you happy. Friends, success is not what you see in other people's lives. Just because someone has more money, and if you have more money, you will become successful. This is not the standard of success. Someone has a big house, someone has a lot of money, someone has many luxuries. Many times in this showy world, seeing others' displays, we start believing that the other person is successful and I am very poor. I just want to tell you one thing. Often, seeing another person's dazzling lifestyle, our own life starts to seem small to us. But anyone who spends their life chasing someone else's success, trying to acquire the big things others have, can never truly be happy or successful. Success, happiness, and contentment are found in the small things. In reality, being happy with what you have today, finding joy in it is what matters. To be content is to be successful. If today you are able to eat your meal in peace and feel a sense of calm, that is success. If you are sitting with two people who truly accept you with affection, love, and sincerity, that is success. If there are many people who can laugh with you, that is a success for you. Friends, success does not mean achieving something. Success means being able to feel what you have and experience joy and happiness in it. So, to all those people who are searching for the definition of success in their lives, I just want to say one thing. If you have such people around you who, in some way, are obstacles in your life or who, in some way, cause trouble in your thoughts, your way of thinking, your way of living, your art of living, you must understand that as soon as possible, creating distance from them is very important for your own personality. You might feel that keeping distance from others, won't that be so wrong? Should you really distance yourself from such people in society? Distancing yourself from such people in your family, from those around you, keeping away from them, you might think it's necessary to stay with them. But, friends, this is a myth, a big misconception. The moment we think that such people are very important for us, who, even if they are not giving you anything, just having them around seems very important. Somewhere we start creating many obstacles for ourselves on the path to progress in our own lives. And the best way is to see how you can make your life easier. The way you live is how you find the way to live in simplicity in small ways. Simple things, easy things in your life. A brother writes that. Many incidents happening in life leave some kind of impact. They have become like a bundle you carry. Friends, spirituality is all about freeing yourself from many such bundles. I want to remind you of something Swamiji said. Every person who comes into this life one day will have to leave behind all his deeds, all his entanglements, everything he has spread out. Why is it that he has to leave it all behind and go? You will not be able to gather everything together in its entirety. The family you have built, you will not be able to gather that family together either. And the good and bad that you have earned, you won't be able to gather those together either. When the time comes to leave, everything will remain scattered just as it was. You will leave it all behind and go. And the surprising thing is, friends, that after you are gone, it will take people only a short time to forget all that you had spread out. In the job you have, in the society you are part of, in the family you belong to, slowly after forgetting you, it will take them 5 days, 10 days, a month, or 2 months to return to their normal lives. And you suddenly, you will become a part of history, you will become a thing of the past. If you learn to realize this, spirituality wants you to understand that apart from God, there is nothing in this world that you can truly hold on to. There is nothing over which you have control, nothing you can control in this life. You cannot create your own health. You cannot hold on to moments that have already passed. You cannot control your own breaths. You cannot predict in advance what will be good or bad in your business. Everything that we think is running because of us, everything that we are accumulating as a heavy mental burden for ourselves, every single person around us who day by day keeps putting all sorts of small obstacles in our way over little things, and we are unable to let go of them. This is the greatest calamity in our lives, the biggest problem. How to deal with it with you? And I tell the same thing to many brothers and sisters. How to deal with it? Let's take each question one by one. Sangam Patel asks, after connecting with the spiritual path, we treat everyone well. But in the midst of this, how do we identify toxic people and how do we stay away from them? Friends, every person who, for you, is not helping you move toward today's goal and is creating various obstacles in your way. Somewhere or the other, that person is affected by toxicity. Somewhere they are caught up in this negativity. Every person wants to get something from you. Every person wants to take something from you: money, wealth, respect, your time, your energy, your strength. And everything you spend on such things without working towards your life's goal will only confuse you about your direction in life. Imagine you are traveling from here to Delhi, and every little thing keeps distracting you from your main path, constantly pulling you this way and that, repeatedly taking you off course. The more times you get confused, the more you will stray from your path, and the longer it will take you. So, for you, every single such person is toxic. Anyone who is not at all helpful to you in walking your path in life and who, in some way or another, keeps causing you trouble is toxic for you. Let's take another question, friends. One question is, even after trying very hard, I'm not able to conserve my energy. I keep trying to avoid everyone's issues, but even after that, somehow those same thoughts come back into my mind. Friends, anything in our mind, thoughts keep coming until we make a habit of that thing in our mind. So, to become a better person, every individual has to practice improving themselves. To give good things a place in your life, you have to practice. To prevent wrong things from entering your mind, you have to set your own standard, a strict benchmark. You have to set milestones, deciding that you don't want to let something go beyond a certain limit. In our lives, for all of us in this world, we should be able to use our mind, intellect, and consciousness in our own way. Being able to use your life and all these faculties according to your own will, knowing how to use them, is what spirituality truly is. Think of it this way: people have said bad things to you, they've told you all sorts of things, and they've created various obstacles in your path. You know that all these things will trouble you. All of these things are a waste. Every time I get entangled in these things, I gain nothing. All these things become obstacles for me, they trouble me, and I keep getting caught up in these complications again and again. If you have any such feeling, you must not have these thoughts again and again in your life. Whenever these thoughts come, practice moving away from them. How can you practice this? Practice connecting with something good. Focus your attention on something that will help you move forward. Give as little attention as possible to such things you know will trouble you. Friends, there's just one thing I want to tell all of you. Whenever someone is on the spiritual path, if you go to a great soul or a saint, it's not as if they'll give you some magical herb. It's not as if they'll give you a blessing, place their hand on your head, put a tilak on your forehead, or give you some sacred ash. We humans only expect miracles when we get used to obtaining things the easy way. But you need to realize one thing: spirituality, or any truly significant moment in life, is not easily attained by anyone. From the time you are born to the time you grow up, it takes time. You won't grow up in a second. If you want to earn anything, whether it's respect, money, trust within the family, or anything else, it will take a lot of time to attain it gradually. You won't be able to achieve these things in just one day. It's not like you blink your eyes and suddenly you're surrounded by piles of money, or you've gained respect, or you've suddenly become 10 times greater in the world. To attain any good thing, you have to earn it gradually and consistently, very slowly in your life. Even for spirituality, you have to gradually remove the impurities of your mind and all these obstacles. So, friends, let me share some things with you that could be beneficial in your life. But first, you need to know about some red flags. What are those things that could be harmful to you in your life? Red flag means those things you need to be alert about in order to avoid them. The very first thing is manipulation and control, such things. Many people do it deliberately. Sometimes people try to control things in your life, or even unknowingly, with the intention of controlling certain things. They impose manipulation on someone. Manipulation means you try to make a person act according to your own wishes, and you want to control them. Control and manipulation are such things, friends, that if you look around in your family, among your relatives, among your close ones, every person wants to control. Every person wants to manipulate every narrative. Whoever is with you will want you to act according to them. Think like them, live life like them, take steps the way they do. But is this the reason we were given life? We are independent human beings. By the grace of God, when we were born as free human beings. We were born as free individuals. When we were born free, when we were born alone, when we spent 9 months in our mother's womb, at that time we had no connection, no companions, no one responsible for our birth. So for us, there was only one thing that was important, which we should always remember. We have to improve our skills so that we can become the best version of our life, so that we can achieve the highest form of our existence. If you don't do that, and instead you get caught up in people's manipulations, their control, their words, their various opinions, and all sorts of different schemes, you end up wasting a lot of your time. You, by getting trapped in all these things all the time, you will only end up doing one thing: wasting your own time and your own valuable resources. So, what are the red flags? What's the very first thing? Traditional pressure. In your life, you will find many things around you that won't let you believe in yourself. So, first, what is your circle like? What kind of surroundings are you living in these days? What are your friends like? What kind of people do you interact with? Do they help you move forward or not? Do they say all sorts of negative things about the energy or good ideas that come from within you, or about fulfilling them? Are these the kind of people to whom, when you say, "Oh, hey, I want to do this," they immediately respond, "Oh, you won't be able to do it"? Friends, such people can be anyone around you: your parents, siblings, or even your close relatives, your neighbors, any colleagues or friends. Should every person only do as much as those who came before us have done? If that's the case, then what's the point of us being born? One person would have been enough who was born and lived like us. Why does every person need to live exactly as our ancestors did? A new discovery, a new quest, the inspiration to move your life forward in a new direction, the desire to keep moving forward, the desire to do something new, even if you have earned something. then what is the point of that earning? Because you only gathered things for your own comfort in your life. So, friends, always remember that if you have no passion to achieve something or do something new in your life, if you have no desire to move forward in any direction, then somewhere you have stopped truly living your life. And today's topic points you in this direction. If your circle is not helping you grow, then you need to consider whether this circle is toxic or beneficial. Friends, many times, many such people will come into your life. Let me take a couple of questions that someone wrote during this time. If a family member is ruining the entire family's reputation, even after being explained to, how can they be corrected? Friends, whoever said this, I want to ask you something. How do you know what family honor is? Who is telling you who will respect you? You are sitting there for those people who say nice things to your face but talk badly about you behind your back. Do you consider that respect? Who in this world is there? Which person in this world? Which society is there that is truly happy to see you? Friends, Rabindranath Tagore once said a very beautiful saying: every person in today's time will praise you to your face, but behind your back will wish for your failure and downfall. Don't trust what you see with these eyes. Don't trust what you hear from these ears. This is just society. The same society whose honor you keep defending, saying that its reputation will be ruined. Respect is what you earn. Respect is not what you think it is. That becomes an obstacle whenever you try to do something new. To any person and friends, India is a country where many times people promote things in the name of tradition that often don't even help you move toward your true self. People just want you not to do anything new, and you end up taking that upon yourself as your responsibility. Don't do that. There is no one whom you can label with respect or disrespect so easily. Let's take a question, friends. Who are toxic people, and how can you confirm it? My dear friends, look around you. Every single person who crosses your path every day, they disturb your inner peace, your focus, and your very sense of self. Practice or create small obstacles on your path to progress in life. Anyone can be toxic. Every person is toxic who doesn't let you live your own life. I'm not saying that you shouldn't take constructive or very open suggestions from people. But even after taking suggestions, you will have to do a bit of searching in your own life. What are you, if you never discover this, if throughout your life you never find out who you are, why you were born, what you have come to receive, what you have come to do? If you haven't spent a little time for that, if you haven't put yourself through various challenges to find the way forward, then you haven't truly lived your life. And if you haven't been able to do this, and if anyone tries to hinder you from doing so, people try to scare you, put you in all sorts of worries, saying, don't do this. If you do this, that will happen. If you do that, this will happen. Would you consider such people helpful? You need people who encourage you to move forward in your life. As long as you don't surround yourself with people who encourage you, those people are in some way toxic. In some way, they generate negativity for you. Let's take another question, friends. One by one, a sister writes that at certain times in life, it feels like you are only successful in the family as long as you are providing your services properly. There are some people like this even within the family. These bonds are formed because of obligations, and as soon as those obligations are fulfilled, they break away from you. Once you have provided all your services, they distance themselves from you. Friends, isn't this the essence of Santmat? Doesn't Santmat say exactly this about every person? That every relationship in your life is based on give and take. Who can bring happiness to someone? Who can bring sorrow to someone? This is all a matter of our own thinking. As long as someone has something to give you, you will receive happiness from that person. But as soon as their period of giving or their act of giving comes to an end, suddenly that person will no longer be able to bring you happiness. Won't you stop seeing them as a source of happiness? So it is very important for you to understand that the illusion we live in, that everything around us exists to support us, is not true. Every person, every individual, every relationship exists only as long as there is give and take. If you do not want to understand this, then that is up to you. even after coming to a spiritual person, you are still carrying a huge burden. And I just want to tell you that your journey will only begin when you truly move yourself forward in life. When you start living life in a new way, distancing yourself from such small obstacles. I am not saying that if toxic people are part of your family, you should leave your family. If it's in business, should you leave your business? If it's in your job, should you quit your job? If it's all around you, should you leave your home and family and go live in the jungle? But is it possible to save your time from such people? Can you give less time to such people? Can you spend less time sitting with them? Friends, many times people come to me and they always say this as if it's a challenge that other people just won't leave us alone. But I don't believe that's true. Spirituality teaches us that no person in the world has the power to bind you. It's only you who are attached to them. If you yourself are entangled with someone, if you don't want to move away from them, if you want to keep sitting with them, whether it's for respect, for praise, for your false sense of grandeur, or for your own selfish interests, every single thing that in some way deceives you into thinking that by being attached to someone, at least you are getting respect, grandeur, happiness, or wealth. And if you stop searching, stop seeking something new, then, friends, all these things will keep you away from spirituality in your life. That is why I tell all of you, you are connected to the Guru tradition. And after connecting with the Guru tradition, it is very important for a person to understand this. Your own growth is your greatest benchmark. Move forward. If you're unable to bring any change in your daily obstacles between yesterday and today, then that is the greatest sorrow. Friends, Swamiji once told me that if you went to Guruji a year ago and after a year you go to Guruji again today, and your problems, your conversations with Guruji, your questions to Guruji are still the same, pay attention to this. The questions are still the same. You are still saying the same things today. I am troubled by this. I am troubled by that. I am living in poverty. I am in hardship. I am helpless. I am sick. This person is troubling me. And there are many such people. Friends, even until the year 2020, people keep holding on to the same problem, the same pain, the same sequence of events. So if you find yourself in the same place, it's your top priority to change. If you don't change, so either the Guru will distance himself from you, or you will distance yourself from the Guru, but you will not be able to find the right path. That's why, friends, I want to tell you about this biggest spiritual and social aspect of today. Let's take another question. My sister says that some relationships give us peace and love, but some relationships bring us sorrow and drag us down. How can we avoid such relationships? If I tell you again that happiness and downfall, both of these are based on our own selfish thinking. When we kept getting what we wanted, we felt happy. When we didn't get what we wanted, we considered it wrong. Isn't this the truth? Friends, if every single thing of ours, getting the things that seem right to us today, I want to tell you this. Spirituality tells you that you have to change the environment in which you are living today, because the things you consider as sources of happiness are actually just the names of your many, many needs. They are simply the names of your many, many needs. They pursue your education. They agree with everything you say, go along with your every word. They act exactly as you want, and just to keep you happy, they perform like a juggler putting on a show. We call this that the person is giving us happiness. And the day someone stops doing this, the day someone starts talking to us a little about other things, we get upset with them. We say that this is not happiness, friends. This is dependency. This is a kind of dependence, a kind of slavery, when you need another person just to please yourself. Spirituality wants to free you from this dependence, from this slavery. Spirituality says that as long as you remain like this, as long as you have the mentality that every person should fulfill your needs, you will always in some way end up following toxic people, people who flatter you, people who say all sorts of things, flatterers. Not everyone who speaks harshly to you is your enemy. Not everyone who speaks sweetly to you is your friend. Not everyone who praises you is truly your supporter, and not everyone who says something a bit bitter to you is your enemy. Understand this. Today, among us, there are many brothers and sisters. I know that there have been many moments in your life when you thought, I am connected to the Guru, I am connected to a spiritual person, I have found the path. But your mind, your environment, your surroundings, the bonds that tie you from all sides, those connections, you may not want to change them. Today's topic is telling you exactly this. Every single bond you have from which you are sitting with some expectation, first of all, stop tying your hopes to other people. Start expecting from yourself. Only rely on yourself. Self reliance, depend on yourself. Can you help yourself? Can you fulfill the promises you've made to yourself? What you have promised yourself, are you willing to keep that? Whatever you tell yourself every day that you will do this, are you actually doing it? If not, then why not? So how can we expect people to communicate with us? How can we expect people to love us, friends? We have to remove the curtain. We have to remove that curtain, that mask, which saints have been trying to tell us about for countless lifetimes. So cut the toxic ties. Try to avoid every poisonous bond that has become the cause of your worries in life today. Try to distance yourself from every conversation, every discussion that without any policy, without any reason. Try to rise above everything that is entangling you, that is trapping you in all sorts of things. What will you do to achieve that? Find the dignity to do something great with your precious time. Your time is valuable. Don't waste it in those discussions. Don't spend your life on things that have no meaning. What did you eat? What did you wear? Why did you do it? How did you do it? Where did you go? Why did you go? Don't get entangled in these things. All these things will keep you from attaining the precious opportunity you have in your life today. Friends, it is very important for all of us to understand that you won't get everything. And this is the statement of a judge. There was a judge who was a great scholar. He used to say that living life is not difficult, it has to be made easy by tolerating some things, by ignoring some things, and much more. By tolerating, you will come across many people who are toxic. You know you can't separate yourself from them completely, so just distance yourself a little from them. There are some things you know will cause you sorrow in your life, so ignore them. Ignore some things, and for some things that you know are very close to you, your husband, wife, children, parents, you can't change them, so tolerate them and move forward. Don't get so entangled in those things. Don't make them such a source of sorrow. Don't lament so much. If you have achieved something in your life, take the dignity to do something great with your life. So, friends, today we are sitting here and discussing some topics. I hope that all of you who are here today, the little time you're getting with me, during this time, you will make a commitment to yourself, give yourself a promise, take a resolution. That first of all, I will identify. First of all, I will realize, even if it takes me 2 days, 4 days, or a week, identify what are those things that have taken root and settled in my mind. Is it the worry about money or people's taunts or the way people praise or criticize you? Just now, a brother said, my honor, my respect will be lost. People will disrespect me. Have these things become such big issues in your life that even if your life were to end today, it wouldn't make a difference to you? Friends, identify these things. Remember another thing. Why did you come to the Guru? You did not come to the Guru for miracles, nor to obtain worldly things. They will not be given. You cannot get every single thing your mind desires. You have to realize that coming to the Guru in your life means receiving the Guru's blessings to free yourself from these bonds, to receive that guidance, to take that support, and transform your mind, to surrender the questions of your mind, and to inspire yourself towards a simple, ordinary goal. How can I do something great today? If I have just this one day, what can I do that I can be proud of? Can I speak to someone with love? Can I sit for a while with someone who is sad? Can I, instead of abusing someone I wanted to curse, say a few kind words to them? Can I calmly listen to someone I was angry with? Can I do something that brings about a change in my life? Friends, until you practice this, until you make such an effort, you will keep drifting along. You will keep flowing in the direction the flood is carrying you. If you keep drifting, one day you will find yourself in the middle of a river, in the middle of an ocean, caught in the current with no way out. That's why you must swim against the current. Make an effort against the flow. This is the path I want to teach in the group. So today I will tell you just one thing. The topic for today is very, very clear. Try to break free from toxic ties. And although this is a very broad topic, toxic ties can exist anywhere. They could be present somewhere in your family. There may be people in your family who are frustrated, very negative, and keep telling you the same thing over and over. It could be among your friends, at your workplace. Your boss might be jealous of you. Your friends, your colleagues, even those who work alongside you might be envious of you. Find that pattern, recognize it, and don't cry over it. Understand that, yes, this exists, and now I need to protect myself from it. You need to safeguard your focus and your attention from it. Physically, you may not be able to separate yourself from such people, but you must protect your mind from them. Don't even discuss those things. Just let them go. You have to ignore those things, avoid them, and save your time, your energy, your resources, your strength. You have to try to channel them in the right direction. So friends, I know all of you are present here today and are part of today's session. This is a very happy thing. It's a matter of great pride that all of us are making efforts in our lives. It will help you move forward. To bring yourself closer to God, to reach that closeness to God, we must gradually remove the various veils that exist within us. So if you want to support me in this, if you are truly my companions, if you truly believe that you are on the Guru's path, connected to me and connected for the sake of spirituality, then practice in your daily routine to become a better person. Don't rely on every happy and sad thought. Don't get so entangled in every good and bad thing. Live above these emotions. Friends, that's all for today. I know you all have taken out a lot of time to come and sit here. I sincerely wish that today's effort, today's attempt, and this moment are very auspicious for all of you. Thank you very much. It is very important to reflect on the discussions we are having today. I wish that you give your time to this. Sit for a little while, 5 to 10 minutes in the morning and evening, and engage yourself in these discussions. Thank you very much, friends. If you want to connect with us, there is a barcode on your screen right now. If you scan it with your phone, you can connect with our various channels. You can join our WhatsApp channel, where you will continuously receive updates about our programs or any of our events. If you connect with our Instagram or Facebook channels, then whatever programs we have online, whether it's satsang or live, whether it's a podcast or events honoring various people, you can connect with all of them. If you want to be a part of any of our programs, you can do so by scanning this barcode. So if you want to get anything or want any information, this barcode will help you. So scan this barcode, send it to people, give people the opportunity to benefit from it. This one, so that they can listen to such discussions, improve their lives, bring reflection and contemplation into their lives, and take their lives in a certain direction. Thank you very much, friends. That's all for today. Thank you so much for coming here today. I wish that you move forward in a very, very, very good direction in your life. And whatever support I can offer will always be with you. Thank you very much. That's all for today. I sincerely wish that you receive help in walking the spiritual path in your chosen direction, and that your external life becomes more accessible and easier. Toxic people are not your friends. Cut your ties with them. Thank you. That's all for today. We'll meet again soon. Until then, good night, and I would be very grateful to see you again soon. Please reconnect with us through this channel from time to time and bless us with your presence. Dear friends, that's all for today.